What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. We got, what, 1, 2, 3 side quests to take care of before we head on with the main story. Let's go check the one back here first. I'm actually dealing with a decent amount of back pain today. Went a little too hard on the deadlifts and stuff yesterday. Threw my back out. I'm getting old, everybody. Undredge the Tavern Keeper.
I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And folks wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste.
Once upon a time.
A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
I don't see why not.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and
I think we
Bollock,
already...
the guard over at the
Pretty
north
sure we
gate.
already talked to the butcher for the other quest.
Finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
Sounds good to me.
Be right back.
Now, one of the beauties of having worked out for so long is once you've picked up enough aches and pains, you kind of just learn how to deal with it all, so I won't be out of commission for too long. It's my own fault, really. I didn't have enough time to get a full workout in, so I speedran it instead, didn't warm up properly, didn't cool down correctly, ended up giving myself a little twinge.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Bugger me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
I actually did something really cool today too. It is currently the Steam Winter Sale, and I saw the remaster of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Vice City, and also the remaster of Red Dead Redemption 1. They were all on sale, so I did pick them up. So you can expect to see those on the channel, because I played the hell out of those games in my childhood. That's going to be a big old trip down memory lane. I'm excited for that. We do got business to get to before we head down that road, though. We got to get going on Final Fantasy. I'm excited to see where all this goes. I'm excited to see the next Mother Crystal fall and see what we can do to turn all Annabella's dastardly deeds against her.
Are you Milan?
If I get to fight her or kill her, that might be my favorite part of the whole game.
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
I think the Titan fight and then the Typhon fight are the two highlights for me so far in this game. I love both those fights. Typhon was a very fun experience.
Comes with being
Accepting the
place everyone
truth.
has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them.
The Ifrit fight, which is basically played out like a Godzilla movie.
Why, sometimes
very
we
fun.
even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
There actually isn't many games that do spectacle in a way that I enjoy. A lot of times I kind of roll my eyes at big spectacle fights like that, because I usually find they lack mechanically. But so far, the spectacle fights in this game have been pretty good. Like, Titan was a very grand spectacle, but it was also interesting and fun mechanically, and I'd say the same for the Typhon fight.
Empire's your enemy, not us.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
Definitely
The
not.
innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
You know, for as much as everybody here is our enemy,
Keeper might spare a cup of that wine.
this faction is our enemy. The, what are they? Dalmekians. The Dalmekians are our enemy. The Imperials are our enemy. And for as much as all that is true, I do kind of understand them protecting their borders like that. You know, they're a nation of war. You don't want to let the Imperials through. Reinforcements, any kind of smuggled maps or goods or intel. You do have to be careful with your borders. I think strong borders are a very important part of any nation, actually. So, for as much as I do despise the Dalmekians and the Empire, I certainly understand the importance of borders. There's nuance to all things, right? Even the enemy factions. Nothing's so black and white. Great news. I got your customers all lined up.
If our new arrivals had brought...
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you
You
kindly.
planning on poisoning them or something?
While since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
The gate is significantly unmanned currently.
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so you're not planning on poisoning them.
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on.
True.
Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many.
The Dalmekian armor is
There's
pretty
nothing
cool.
like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
I like the
Never a
aesthetic
truer
of those
wordsmith.
soldiers. They remind me of Assassin's Creed. This whole Dalmekian Empire section of the game just gives me Assassin's Creed vibes, like Altair. That kind of era of Assassin's Creed. Just aesthetically pleasing. It's probably the hood and the mask that gives me the AC vibes. I would like to get those games on the channel too. I mean, I did do Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 before, but I just wasn't happy with the finished product, so I ended up getting them out of the... I'll probably remake them at some point too, but Mass Effect first. That one has to be a priority. I love that trilogy. The shooting and the magic might be a nice change of pace from all the sword games we've been playing too.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin.
Depends who you want me to swing it at.
Convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms.
Okay,
How
buddy.
exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
Scholarly endeavors are pretty important, right? Expand the historic knowledge.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful.
Don't make it weird, Clive.
We must away.
You talked enough about our physique already.
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery.
If he keeps talking about my arms and my shoulders, he's gonna have to buy me dinner.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Onward to Discovery.
I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
We take too much time, he might already be killed by the time we get there.
That's that then.
I like the pacing of this game and how it's all broken up into sections. Every time something main and big happens, you always get time to relax and explore a little. Every time I look at this, I just get stuck on how beautiful it is. The ocean just pouring into this crater. You gotta imagine how deep this crater is too, given that it hasn't filled up. That's the ocean right there. Gotta be a deep hole. It looks like he already ran into some trouble.
Why am I not surprised?
Indeed. Alright, Chucklefucks. Speaking of knowing what's good for you, it seems like you didn't. Yeah, the mage is gonna die first. Catch.
It's over.
Throw some lazy fireballs around.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention.
So what did we learn?
More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe.
I would love to
Oblige me
learn
if
more
you
about the
would.
fallen civ.
Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
The inquisitive minds, Clive. It's good to support him.
Passionate. I'll give him that.
Fast on his feet, too.
Fly, Ambrosia.
More than passion. Ignited curiosity is a powerful weapon. Where would we be without scholars? And where would they be without the sword arms to protect them? I met some goblin friends.
Not. All right then. Who's first? Stay down.
You're running. Not too worried about taking any of our health potions right now. Although perhaps I should. I'm kind of just waiting until we run into one to give us the auto heal.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Not worried about the random goblin rabbles.
That would not do at all.
I agree. Maybe
Not
stop
when
running
such
off.
Majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods.
You think anybody rode off the edge in a barrel?
Vengeance that was rained down upon him.
You know, if it was in our world, somebody would have.
The full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
I don't know about you guys, but I would not be doing any kind of feats like that. Like if I could go off Niagara Falls in a barrel, which I think you can. I'm not sure about that, but I think you can. But I still wouldn't. I am not interested in life and limb for a quick buzz. Oh, get my adrenaline elsewhere. Some skydiving and bungee jumping. You can miss me with all that. Although I have bungee jumped before, but never again. That was, that was in a parking lot for charity where I did the bungee jump. But I certainly wouldn't do it again. That was a one-time deal and I was intoxicated. Skydiving, absolutely not. There isn't enough alcohol in the world to get me to skydive.
He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Oh, I'm on the wrong subclass. Cool. Oh, well, we're here. May as well get that in. Yeah, you might dodge time and back here at some point. Okay, let's try and warm that up a little, actually. I might actually fight something worth moving around away from at some point in this episode. There we go. Better. Getting a little too lazy with it. Be in trouble if you run into something that matters.
Still in one piece.
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt.
You would have been in trouble
Once
if you
more,
weren't smart enough to
you
hire
impress
us.
me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call Eikons. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
What can I say? I like to earn the paycheck.
Didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, A captive ear was all I really desired.
Well, we could have sat in the markets for that.
Even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
Yeah, let's get you back to safety. We won't get your head cut off by mechanical fallen ruins.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Paid me enough in XP and ability score, to be honest. 3,900 now. Oh, we got an upheaval. Reduces the cooldown by 3.5. Which one is upheaval? That's not the one I want, right? I think the one I want is Earthen Fury. Yeah, it is. Upheaval is this, which is only 3/3. I'm looking for like damage abilities. It's not bad. I know you can put it in the air, which avoids the cooldown, but I'm looking for big damage bursts. Try and get that 50k damage. I did get it while I was a free, but they don't count towards the achievement. And the completionist in me wants that achievement.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Probably in a cage somewhere. Seems like a good enough cause.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Yeah, let's hunt down this sellsword.
That's that then.
Probably caught up somewhere in the tunnels with the thieves.
I'm hungry. What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Well, that's not a very positive attitude for somebody who's looking to get into a city for refuge. It's kind of the... Doesn't really serve her own cause, does it? The animosity. Sorry, I got very distracted there. I got a text message. Gotta flip my phone upside down.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks.
She kind of gave that away when she said him. We just said we were looking for a grey-haired mercenary.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now.
Wise woman.
Said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
And she seems like she's in on it, or just desperately trying to avoid trouble. Well, if a merc can climb it, surely we can too.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
That's what brought us to that sword that we found. We didn't end up using for that long because we ended up crafting Excalibur the same episode.
I think we found our thieves.
What are you, the Goblin King? The Goblin Prince. Messing up my combo a little, yeah. There we go, that's what I wanted. That'll be the end of him. I said bested, not killed. I wonder why.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead, and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I also wasn't aware that she could reason with goblins.
Thank you.
Thought they were kind of just mindless creatures of war. But it seems like that's definitely not the case. Well, that puts a new perspective on all the ones we've slaughtered. I thought they were just this game's evil race that didn't really understand any of them.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
And I think that wraps up all the side quests we had. I think that was number 3. I'm going for around 30 minutes, so...
Porter for hire.
Now, there was a merchant in here, right? I believe. I think they were, yeah, right there. I gotta restock on potions quickly. Didn't end up taking more than a couple sips.
Finer array this side of the strait. A fine
Went down 2
choice.
high potions.
You've a
Perfect.
discerning eye.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Alright. Now that we're ready to pass on through the gate, we got our traders passes, and I don't think there's any more side quests available anywhere. It looks like there is not, so that is going to be a perfect place to wrap the episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there's a tip link in the description below, alongside my socials, if you're interested in keeping up with me outside of my videos. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Final Fantasy. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.